Good morning, everyone. Today we'll discuss about bilirubin metabolism and jaundice. And the competency describe the metabolism of bilirubin and enumerate the etiology and pathogenesis of jaundice and distinguish between direct and indirect hyperbilirubinemia. So, conjugation of bilirubin with glucuronide. Bilirubin, which is a nonpolar, would persist in cell bound to lipid if not converted to a more water-soluble form. So bilirubin is converted to a more polar molecule by conjugation with glucuronic acid. A bilirubin-specific UDP glucosyl transferase in the endoplasmic reticulum catalyzes stepwise transfer to bilirubin of two glucosyl moieties from UDP glucuronate. So bilirubin plus UDP glucuronate, it forms bilirubin monoglucuronide and UDP. And bilirubin monoglucuronide plus UDP glucuronide forms bilirubin diglucuronide and UDP. So this is the structure of bilirubin diglucuronide, and glucuronide moieties are attached via an ester bond to the two propionate groups of bilirubin. Clinically, the diglucuronide is also termed as direct reacting bilirubin. So secretion of bilirubin into the bile. How bilirubin is secreted into the bile? The secretion of conjugated bilirubin into the bile occurs by an active transport mechanism which is probably rate limiting for the entire process hepatic bilirubin metabolism. The protein involved is a multispecific organic anion transporter MOAT located in the plasma membrane of the bile canaliculi. A member of the family of ATP binding cascade transporters, this multispecific organic anion transporter transports a number of organic anions. So hepatic transport of conjugated bilirubin into the bile inducible by some drugs that can induce the conjugation of bilirubin. The conjugation and excretion of bilirubin thus constitute a coordinated functional unit. Most of the bilirubin excreted in the bile in mammals in the form of bilirubin diglucuronide. Bilirubin UDP glucuronide transferase activity can be induced by several drugs, for example, phenobarbital. When bilirubin conjugate exists abnormally in human plasma, for example, in case of obstructive jaundice, they are predominantly monoglucuronides. There are three major processes involved in the transfer of bilirubin from blood to bile. Then at the site that are affected in a number of conditions causing jaundice are also indicated. Here from blood, bilirubin plus albumin, the uptake takes place. Further it goes to the liver and bilirubin is formed in the hepatocyte, and further bilirubin diglucuronide is formed. When there is any defect in the conjugation, neonatal jaundice occurs, then toxic jaundice may be occur, or Crigler-Najjar syndrome and Gilbert syndrome. These diseases occur when there is defect in the conjugation in the hepatocyte. And further, from the liver, it will be secreted in the bile ductule, so in the form of bilirubin diglucuronide. So this diagrammatic representation of the three major processes, there is uptake, conjugation and secretion involved in the transfer of bilirubin from blood to bile. So certain proteins of hepatocyte bind intracellular bilirubin and may prevent its efflux to the bloodstream. The processes affected in certain conditions that cause jaundice, for example, neonatal jaundice, toxic jaundice, then the other diseases, the Crigler-Najjar syndrome, Gilbert syndrome, and when there is defect in the secretion, Dewin-Johnson syndrome is produced. So intestinal bacterial reduce conjugated bilirubin to urobilinogen. When conjugated bilirubin reaches the terminal ileum, large intestine, the glucuronosyl moieties are removed by specific bacteria, that is beta-glucuronidase. Subsequent reduction by the fecal flora forms a group of colorless tetrapyrols called urobilinogens. Small portion of urobilinogens are reabsorbed in the terminal ileum, in the large intestine, re-excreted via enterohepatic cycle. Under abnormal conditions, particularly when excessive bile pigment are formed or when the liver diseases disrupts this intrahepatic cycle, urobilinogen may be also excreted in the urine. Most of the colorless urobilinogens formed in the colon is further oxidized. They are two-color urobilinins and excreted in the feces. Fecal darkening upon standing in the ear results from the oxidation of residual urobilinogens to urobilins. So how this bilirubin is measured in serum? So quantitation of bilirubin employs by colorimetric method based on the reddish purple color formed when bilirubin reacts with diazoethyl sulfolinic acid. An assay conducted in the absence of added methanol measures direct bilirubin, which is bilirubin diglucuronide. An assay conducted in the presence of added methanol measures total bilirubin. And the difference between total bilirubin and direct bilirubin is known as indirect bilirubin, which is unconjugated bilirubin. Hyperbilirubinemia causes jaundice. So hyperbilirubinemia, where blood level that exceeds 1 mg of bilirubin per dl, that is 17 micromole per liter, may result from production of more bilirubin than the normal liver can excrete, or from the failure of the damaged liver to excrete normal amounts of bilirubin. So in the absence of hepatic damage, obstruction of the excretory duct of the liver prevent the excretion of bilirubin will also cause hyperbilirubinemia. So occurrence of unconjugated bilirubin in blood, depending on type bilirubin present in the plasma, hyperbilirubinemia may be classified as retention hyperbilirubinemia due to overproduction of bilirubin, or regurgitation hyperbilirubinemia due to reflux into the bloodstream because there is biliary obstruction. So due to its hydrophobicity, only unconjugated bilirubin can cross the blood-brain barrier into the central nervous system. So here, prehepatic, it will cause hemolytic anemia, and in the hepatic, it will damage the, say in case of damaged hepatocyte, in case of hepatitis and cancer, and post-hepatic, that may be obstruction by the gallstone, or there may be carcinoma of the pancreas, head of the pancreas. So this diagrammatic presentation of some major causes of jaundice, prehepatic jaundice, indicate even in the bloodstream, the major cause would be various forms of hemolytic anemias, and hepatic jaundice signifies even in the liver, such as the various types of hepatitis or other forms of liver diseases, for example, cancer. Then post-hepatic jaundice referred to event in the biliary tree, for which the major cause of obstruction of the common bile duct, such as by gallstone or biliary calculus, or by cancer of the head of the pancreas. So a moderate hyperbilirubinemia accompanies hemolytic anemia. Hyperbilirubinemia usually modest, less than 4 mg bilirubin per dl, less than 68 micromole per liter, despite extensive hemolysis, due to the high capacity of a healthy liver to metabolize bilirubin. So what are the disorders of bilirubin metabolism? So neonatal jaundice, as we have seen, which is also known as physiological jaundice, and unconjugated hyperbilirubinemia in case of neonate physiological jaundice results from accelerated hemolysis and immature hepatic system for the uptake, conjugation, and secretion. In this transient condition, bilirubin glucuronide transferase activity, probably also synthesis of UDP glucuronate, are reduced. So this diagram shows here this glucuronide transferase activity and the postnatal days. The red color indicates premature and the blue color full term. Here the activity of the enzyme that conjugated bilirubin with glucuronic acid, that is bilirubin glucuronide transferase, is low in newborn and especially low in the premature babies, in contrast to the full-term babies. And in this figure, here the serum level of bilirubin rise after birth in full-term infants, although usually not to dangerous conditions. So here also the red color shows the premature baby and blue color indicate the full mature baby. And serum level of bilirubin premature infant may rise to a toxic level as it indicates. So this is an example of neonatal jaundice where glucuronide transferase is very low. So when the plasma concentration and of this unconjugated bilirubin exceed that which can tightly bound by albumin 20 to 25 mg per dl, bilirubin can penetrate the blood-brain barrier If left untreated, the resulting hyperbilirubinemia and it will produce encephalopathy or kernicterus can result, and it will cause mental retardation. Then exposure of jaundice neonate to blue light phototherapy promote hepatic excretion unconjugated bilirubin by converting some to derivatives that are excreted in the bile, and the phenobarbital, a promoter of bilirubin metabolism, may be administered. So this is the picture of how phototherapy takes place in neonatal jaundice. So defect of bilirubin UDP glucuronide transferase. Glucuronide transferase are a large family of enzymes with differing substrate specificities. Most severe to increase the polarity of various drug metabolites, thereby facilitate thus excretion. So mutation in the gene that encodes bilirubin UDP glucuronide transferase can result in the encoded enzyme having reduced or absent activity. So syndrome whose clinical presentation reflect the severity of the impairment include Gilbert syndrome and two types of Crigler-Najjar syndrome. So Gilbert syndrome providing 30% of the bilirubin UDP glucuronide transferase activity is retained, and in Gilbert syndrome the condition is harmless. In type 1 Crigler-Najjar syndrome, severe congenital jaundice cover 20 mg of bilirubin per dl of serum and accompanying brain damage. Type 1 Crigler-Najjar syndrome reflect complete absence of hepatic UDP glucuronosyl transferase activity, and treatment is phototherapy, which reduces plasma bilirubin level somewhat, but phenobarbital has no beneficial effect. So in all these situations, when the blood concentration reaches 2 to 2.5 mg of bilirubin per dl, it diffuses into the tissue which turns yellow, a condition termed as jaundice or icterus. So type 2 Crigler-Najjar syndrome, this type 2 Crigler-Najjar syndrome, some bilirubin UDP glucuronide transferase activity is retained here. This condition consequently has more benign course than that of the type 1 syndrome. Serum bilirubin tends not to exceed 20 mg bilirubin per dl of serum. Patient responds to treatment with large doses of phenobarbital. So what is toxic hyperbilirubinemia? Here, unconjugated hyperbilirubinemia can result from toxic-induced liver dysfunction caused by chloroform, arsenophenamines, carbon tetrachloride, acetaminophen, hepatitis virus, cirrhosis, or Amentia mushroom poisoning. So, aqueous disorders involve hepatic parenchymal cell damage which impair bilirubin conjugation. Encephalopathy due to hyperbilirubinemia kernicterus thus occurs only with unconjugated bilirubin, as in retention hyperbilirubinemia. Alternatively, because of its water solubility, only conjugated bilirubin can appear in the urine. Accordingly, choleric jaundice, chorea that is in the urine, occurs only in regurgitation. Hyperbilirubinemia and acholeric jaundice occurs only in presence of an excess unconjugated bilirubin. So when there is obstruction in the biliary tree, the obstruction in biliary tree is the most common cause of conjugated hyperbilirubinemia. So conjugated hyperbilirubinemia commonly results from blockage of the hepatic or common bile duct, most often due to gallstone or to cancer of the head of the pancreas. So here we have to note what is conjugated hyperbilirubinemia and unconjugated hyperbilirubinemia. So bilirubin diglucuronide that cannot be excreted regurgitates into the hepatic veins and lymphatics. Conjugated bilirubin appears in the blood and urine, which is known as a choleric jaundice, and the stools typically are pale color. The term cholestatic jaundice includes all cases extrahepatic obstructive jaundice and also jaundice that exhibit conjugated hyperbilirubinemia due to micro-obstruction in the intrahepatic biliary or duct or micro-obstruction in the intrabiliary ductules by swollen and damaged hepatocyte, such as may occur in infectious hepatitis. So what is this Dubin-Johnson syndrome? This is a benign autosomal recessive disorder, consists of conjugated hyperbilirubinemia during the childhood as well as during adult life. The hyperbilirubinemia caused by mutation in the gene encoding the protein involved in the secretion of conjugated bilirubin into the bile. So some conjugated bilirubin can bind covalently to albumin. When level of conjugated bilirubin remain high, plasma fraction can bind covalently to albumin. This fraction term as delta bilirubin has a longer half-life in plasma than does conventional conjugated. Bilirubin remains elevated during recovery from obstructive jaundice. So some patients therefore continue to appear jaundice even after the circulating conjugated bilirubin level has returned to normal. So urinary urobilinogen and bilirubin are clinical indicators. The complete obstruction of bile duct, bilirubin has no access to the intestine for conversion to urobilinogen. So no urobilinogen is present in the urine. The presence of conjugated bilirubin in the urine without urobilinogen suggests intrahepatic or post-hepatic obstructive jaundice. This is important for clinical point of view. So these are the laboratory results in normal patient and patient with 3 different types of jaundice. In normal, the serum bilirubin direct 0.1 to 0.4 milligram per dl, then urine urobilinogen 0.4 milligram per 24 hour, and urine bilirubin is absent, and fecal urobilinogen is 42 to 180 milligram per 24 hour. In case of hemolytic anemia, there will be increased indirect serum bilirubin and increased urine urobilinogen, and urine bilirubin is absent, and fecal urobilinogen is increased. In case of hepatitis, both indirect and direct serum bilirubin is increased, and there is decreased urine urobilinogen if micro-obstruction is present, and urine bilirubin is present if micro-obstruction is occur, and there is no fecal urobilinogen is decreased or may be absent. And in case of obstructive jaundice, there is increased direct serum bilirubin, and the urine urobilinogen is absent, and urine bilirubin will be present, and fecal urobilinogen there will be presence of trace or absent. So in jaundice secondary to hemolysis, the increased production of bilirubin leads to increased production of urobilinogen appears in the urine in large amounts, and bilirubin not usually found in the urine. The hemolytic jaundice combination of increased urobilinogen and absence of bilirubin suggestive of hemolytic jaundice. Then increased blood destruction from any cause brings about an increase in urine urobilinogen. So laboratory tests on blood evaluation of the possibility of a hemolytic anemia and measurement of prothrombin time, and on serum electrophoresis of proteins, alkaline phosphatase, alanine aminotransferase activities, then aspartate aminotransferase activities help to distinguish between prehepatic, hepatic, and posthepatic cause of jaundice. This is how to differentiate prehepatic, hepatic, and posthepatic cause of jaundice.